And he's like, I see Amanda taste. And I'm like, fucking hell. But yeah, stuff like that. Sometimes I've got to like use the old reference kind of thing, you know. Yeah, I studied for 3 hours and got sleepy. I'm tired, clean my room, eat something, wake up, but I'm losing the fight. Get some sleep if you need to. Yeah, Nick's awesome. But, pause move while asleep. No, Viking's asleep and he doesn't even know that Albert's in here. That's a shame. He's gonna have to wake up. He fell asleep like ages ago. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was on about. Oh, the sleep thing. So I woke up really early yesterday and I obviously like got up and shit. And because I was awake super early, it kind of meant that like by the time I hit like 9 a.m. yesterday, I'd been up for like 20 hours. And I was so fucking exhausted. Like I literally was just like, I was so tired. I literally couldn't eat and I wasn't sure if I could handle having a shower. I still went for a shower because I'm like, I need to fucking shower. But I was so fucking exhausted. I just wanted to collapse. And I'm like, here I am trying to like make sure I take breaks and stuff leading up to Billathon. And I just happened to like wake up early and be awake for like super long. So I ended up sleeping until like 9:16 or something tonight. And then I've pretty much just gotten up. I haven't eaten yet. I've had a drink. I had coffee, had some water. And hopefully, because I'm not streaming tomorrow night, I'll get some rest, you know. Hopefully. That'll be the idea. I'm just gonna go to sleep too. Need my wolf nap. Okay. See you next time. No worries, Albert. You can snuggle up next to Viking. He'll absolutely love that. I'll let him know when he wakes up in case he like doesn't spot you immediately. But yeah, you get your sleep. You need to be resting. I know we've got an active quest at the moment, but I'm like partway through my colony and I want to make sure that everybody that can get a gun has a gun or has a weapon. Like we have a lot of weapons and it'd be great if I could just pick up the majority of them. Also, 2 of my caravans are off on their way, so that is useful. But yeah, essentially once I pick up most of the weapons out of here, then like there's going to be a few people that obviously don't get weapons, right? I won't be able to do anything about that if I don't have enough. But I do think I have a lot. I've got a lot of guns on this side for some reason. But yeah, eventually everybody will have a fucking weapon. A lot of the reason why nobody has weapons is 113 people had a flu. So 113 people, give or take, dropped their weapons when they passed out and couldn't walk. So, like, there's people here that, like, shooting and melee are equal. But I would rather give this guy a gun with the view that at least then I've got a range shot, even if it's a shit shot kind of thing. But yeah, basically everybody's going to get a weapon of some degree. If I have enough for it. I think that one's... Alright, so I've only got like a few more melee weapons left. I'm actually using like a whole bunch of like weapons that have been dropped here, by the way, all the parlias. I have got like various spears. Spears are fine too for like melee weapons because at least they've got a little bit of range. A few of these people have got guns. You're a Camrod. Camrod doesn't have one. Camrod can take a gun though. The other thing too is making sure everybody that can have a gun has a gun. Means that all the people that do hunting will suddenly be able to do hunting. Generally speaking, if somebody can do stuff with guns, I usually give them, okay, if they're not a great shot, I normally like to give them like a minigun or something like that. Or alternatively, I try to give them, I don't know what other gun I give them. Also, that was my knuckle. There's Shadow Albert. There, I fixed it now. You got no idea how big my smile is at the moment, Albert. Now I can freely refer to you as Shadow and everybody knows. I'm sorry, you didn't have to change your name. That's completely on me for being like unable to fucking pick one and stay with it. But on some like small level, I really appreciate that because like I keep calling you Shadow. I just didn't want you to have to like change it, you know? I wanted to eventually get to a point where I was really good at saying the right thing. But just because like you go by Shadow, Albert, and Meraki, like I'm kind of like 3 places with like, who the fuck? At least it's not as bad as Grim. Grim changes his name so fucking often. Like, I like the fact that he's like settled on one at the moment because it's making it a little bit easier for me. But yeah, generally speaking, yeah. He wakes up wearing a cow, happily sees Shadow of it, runs, instantly snuggles. You didn't get away, Shadow. You were so close to falling asleep, and now just that moment that you came back just to let us know that you changed your name again. And now you're trapped with a wolf. But it's okay. You're sleepy, so you can always curl up and go back to sleep. That's funny as. So meanwhile, I can't tell my own friends apart if they change their profile pic. Lump them out. That's actually okay. I find that like genuinely very funny because Grim, my best mate Grim, he's constantly changing his fucking name around, right? And because of that, like he used to say, like, one of the first things he used to do was he was like, oh, I love trolling my streamer friends because I change my name and then come into a stream and they don't know who I am. And because Grim had told me that, I was always on the lookout for like a new named like member, right? And yeah, the other thing with it is the VIP badge used to not stick when people changed their names, so I just kept putting it back on him. And it was really quite funny because the funny thing is, if you change your name after a stream and I happen to go in to edit my stream, the names are changed on the VOD as well. And that's how I caught Grim out like several times with a name change before I saw him in the next stream. But the other thing too is when people change their profile pictures, because Nick does it on like Steam pretty often, and I'll be like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Like, the name hasn't changed, but I'm like, who the fuck is this motherfucker in my group? And it's Nick. And I can't ever fucking tell what his image is. It's always like either something, like he had a cow eating, then he had a cat, and then he had something else for a while. And he just changes it all the time. And I'm somebody that never changes my shit. Like, I had to change some things not long after I started streaming for obviousness. Fire starting spree, that's fine. Go for it, love. Yeah, so I had to like change some stuff around for privacy reasons or whatever, right? But for the most part, prior to that, I probably hadn't changed anything for at least 8 years. And then prior to that, I pretty much everything I've got is kind of like been the same since I was a teenager, give or take. Like, I just don't change shit. Same with like now that I've got everything in place, I had a few people ask me when I got my avatar, they're like, oh, are you going to update your like profile image picture? Because the profile image picture I actually drew that in like 2008 and I haven't changed it. And I'm like, no, that's probably always going to look like that. So across all my socials, my profile picture will probably always be that singular picture from 2008, back from like way before I ever streamed and shit. Alright, I don't have any more melee weapons. So yeah, even if I was to like, I don't know, upgrade the graphics of my avatar or like, I don't know, get like good fucking artwork or something, like I'm not going to change that. It'll be consistent across the board. So happily being snuggled. Continue snuggling. Shadow smiles, yawning. No. The snuggles Viking. Hey, buddy. No worries, Bubba. You gotta lurk if you gotta lurk. One thing, Shadow Albert has decent rhythm to it, and also just realised it can be sounded like Shade of Wolf. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. I'm probably gonna pick one or the other, and it's probably gonna be interchangeable for a while. I was just realising, because immediately after you changed it, like I said Shadow, and then I almost started saying Albert, like straight after it. Most of these people have got guns, so I'm just gonna find out, where the fuck am I on my list? Hold on. I wish I could kind of zoom in sometimes, and I'm sure there's a mod for that, but where am I? My people. Just hold on a second. I can sometimes see, it could be that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find somebody else that's a little bit more obvious. You've got weapon. All of these got weapons, so I'm guessing I've doubled back around. The tail stops working, falls asleep, being snuggled by shadow of it. Smiles. No. Yeah, most of these people have got weapons. I don't have any more melee weapons. Let me zoom out so we're not jumping around so badly. Everybody looks like they've got something. Except for you. You could get a gun. I could give you a gun. It's not going to be great, but it'll be fine. So you know the best of both worlds. But I admit it pained me to see how hard my new nickname has been for you. So I'm happy. Was it thought up a solution we're both happy with? Well, yeah, no, I understand that probably even just the way that I was pronouncing it was probably not even close. But like I've said before, like I didn't have like the greatest upbringing with like learning fucking English and stuff and pronunciation of words and stuff. So like I'm always going to struggle. And it just becomes way more obvious when it's somebody that's like consistently around and stuff. When it's like a once-off, it's not so bad because every single time I see that person, I can take a crack at the name. But like, you know, you're literally like a staple in my community and shit. So I feel like fucking horrible when I'm constantly butchering your name. And no matter how many times I attempt to like pronounce it better, I'm still butchering your name. I'm just butchering it worse. You know, so yeah, it's always been a little bit like painstaking with that from my perspective because I'm like, I want to say it right, but no matter how hard I try, I can't say it right, and I feel like shit for it, kind of thing. Yeah, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. As a lot of you know, my primary school decided to do creative learning from like years 1 to 3. In the particular years that I was going through school. And so as long as you spelt something, as long as you could spell something kind of close enough, it was correct. So I never got like a good firm basis of like how to pronounce shit. And no matter how much like remedial kind of English classes I took, it never like resolved the issue. Like what you learn in those first 3 or so years of school is apparently pretty fucking important, it seems. Hey AZ, welcome in. It's not hi everyone. At least I don't use Polish for my nickname. That would have been a nightmare for everyone. Yeah, I was always kind of a little worried that it was like, you know, gonna be something that there's no chance in hell I could possibly pronounce. Because like I try, especially since like you've like introduced me to a few different Polish words and stuff. But man, do I butcher those. That starts yawning because Viking is yawning. Sleeps peacefully while being snuggled by the shadow of it. No. So I've almost got everybody to get a gun. Like I said, I don't have I don't have melee weapons. Malbro's wandering. I can't do anything about him. Although, if he's wandering, that should help me see where the fuck I am on this list. You'd think. That's somebody that's broken. That's somebody that's broken. I got a few people that are broken. I got a lot of fucking notifications too because I've been trying to like allocate people to have weapons for a while. In terms of teaching you language, one of the greatest achievements is sneakily teaching you how to count in pierogi. Yeah, that was funny. I do fucking remember that. I don't like, I don't know. It's probably not a bad thing. Like, I've kind of, in some ways, wanted to learn other languages at some points in time. And yes, I was 100% leaning on the desk then. Fucking, I wasn't prawning, but my god was I, like, leaning into my desk. I will stretch. I had all of my weight on my elbow, and I was leaning in like that kind of thing. Because, at the moment, the way that my arms got to, like, contort to, like, keep hitting the next colonist is, kind of like that. But, yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, there's been times when, like, I've wanted to learn additional languages. Like, I wouldn't mind learning, Australian Sign Language. That'd be cool to learn. just because like it would just be one of those things that like opens up like a language barrier kind of thing. But I don't know. Like when it comes down to like actual languages and stuff, not Jesus Christ, I just made it sound like fucking sign languages and actual language. I meant like spoken languages. Spoken languages I'm always going to fucking struggle with, just because like straight up reading comprehension spelling is always going to be an issue for me. Just because of like what I sort of have a basis is with English kind of thing. So yeah, that's always going to be a problem. I kind of like somewhat resigned to the fact that no matter how hard I try to learn a language, my comprehension of the English language to begin with is already kind of shit. So like it's one of those things where I kind of feel like English needs to be patched up a little bit first before I can really like get the other ones. But that's not generally how you have to learn language and stuff. Alright, I think I might have gone around the whole base, give or take. I haven't really paid attention to, like, I can't tell where I am in the list, to be fair. I don't know, because I've got a caravan out at the moment, so I literally can't see. I was going to say, the only thing is eventually my caravan will arrive. I need that nap, though. See you next time. No worries. Go get your sleep. Also, at least, I was going to say, your name matches your character again. That's another thing. Falls asleep snuggling your bike and... Yeah. Definitely, people, if you're not getting good sleep, fucking get some rest. As much as I love talking to all of yous and stuff, like, I would much prefer that you guys get sleep. And, you know, if you have to, like, mute my stream or, like, not be here and stuff, that's totally okay. Because, like tonight, like, I woke up, I was so fucking cranky. I was automatically cranky because I was so tired when I like went to sleep and I didn't sleep super well. So I just didn't like get a good sleep. And yeah, I'm like, I tossed up whether or not to stream tonight because I was so cranky. And I'm like, no, I'll stream because I'm not streaming tomorrow night and I can rest tomorrow night. But yeah, it's like that. I figure usually when I'm really tired, a lot of people are. There's another one of those plasteel ones. I don't know if I've got multiples in here or if I've gone back around. Dodsworth. No, it was Dawsbury that I got the other weapon for. I think I've gone through the entire colony. Like, I know that we jump around a lot when I do this. But I think everybody that could have a weapon has a weapon. Like, I'd really like a few people that can do gunning and stuff like that to actually have, like, the, what do you call it? Psychic shock lance. Now I can get rid of this. Layers on a food binge. We got a cloth pants masterwork. Malboro's in a daze. We definitely know that. Jujika's been on fire starting spree for a while. We got blue fur pants masterwork. Burrow's in a work frenzy. Lola's inspired creativity. McJolly's on a food binge. And we have an option to take somebody. Expires in 19 days. Well, that's not usually how it goes. Prisoner being held at the Rogue Pirates managed to steal a radio and call you. Okay, so the 73-year-old graphic designer. Jesus Christ, even in my fucking colony, I can't get away from graphic designers. Okay, every single person here who is a streamer knows exactly what the fuck I'm on about with this. But yeah, the general harassment of streamers from fucking graphic designers, like, I'm feeling this in my soul right now. I'm like, my hands actively ache from this situation. Like, I'm having to, like, stretch my hands a bit. Fucking hell. 11 turrets and 1 pirate. 11 turrets. Jesus. And there may be an unknown threat. Yeah, but the thing is, like, you're 73. I can't see any of your stats. So you could have all kinds of manners of health issues. And you could be a complete, like, nothing in that sense. I also want to get rid of this gold lump because I'm not going out to it. Where is the encampment? It's not that far away. I could absolutely send gunners to it. The only problem is that there's 11 turrets. I don't know if I could actually get to the thing. And honestly, at the moment, I'm not that interested in taking people. But I am curious about this. Like, why 11 turrets? I feel like it's an ambush as well. Now, I could stack up an entire caravan. Oh shit, my caravan's actually going home. I also haven't saved for a while. But yeah, my caravan's going out for the the trade quest. So I'm expecting to be attacked here, right? And all my thoughts is if I take out a pack of gunners to that quest, there's a small chance that they will just get attacked and get taken, or they'll get attacked and he will get taken. So, what's it, these rooms? 105, 102, and 136. Yeah, I forgot to open up the doors earlier. But these ones, these can open now. So these are okay. Alright. In this room, I don't know if I ended up destroying them. No, I didn't. Okay, so that should open up these 3 corridors. And it should be better. Alright. So, also, how's that butchering room going? At 29 degrees, it might be a little too hot. And that's at 32 degrees, which also might be too hot. I've got passive coolers in here and I don't even have the heater on. I'm thinking at this rate they don't even need that. The passive coolers kind of aren't working. I'm guessing that these are generating heat. I'm still going to leave a heater in here, but just for a hot minute, I'm just going to leave this open. Let that cool down, and I'll let this cool down. I actually don't have a passive cooler in here. I should. Hold on, let's get a passive cooler in here. Like, passive coolers are just another thing that's going to need to be refueled. So I kind of, I'm not too fond of it. I kind of just want like one. Probably there will do. I don't want it to go too far out into room, but I'm trying to keep that room kind of symmetrical. I could actually steal the 2 ornaments and put them in here. That would also work. Oh yeah, that's right. I was moving shit. I have an extra chair. I know I made an extra chair at one point. Huh, okay. That's alright. Do I need a chair on one of these? No? No, I don't. Do I need a chair here? No. What about in here? I can't see any that need one. I don't see any that need one. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Apart from the fact that I do want to make like proper plasteel chairs, I think some of these I replaced. I was replacing there's one that needs one. Alright, let's get that out of there. Bear mate, can I just get you kangaroo? Somebody just to deconstruct that. I know Nick's coming up for it, but if you could just do that, and I'll move that 1 chair out of there, that'll resolve that little issue without wasting one, without having to make one. And then what I want to do is I'm going to spend some time working with that, but I want to enable my turrets to get made. I've got a lot of turrets around here that need to get made. I've got 188 components at the moment. I want to make more. I want to make bionics, I want to make weapons, and I want to make armor and stuff. But I also really need actual defenses here. So as soon as Kangaroo's got this sorted, we'll pop that down where it is. Oh. I feel like tonight's been an interesting one. Because, like, we've been, like, all over the place. I was just kind of, like, thinking about it. I'm like, man, RimWorld is one of the few streams where, like, it's always anything and everything. Like, you could turn up to a RimWorld stream and you could be getting tax advice. You could be getting business skills, life skills. Like, I'm not a therapist, but borderline therapy. Fucking life lessons, all sorts of shit. And it's like, tonight's been all over the fucking shop with everything. I feel like it's very classic RimWorldy. I find it's, like, super funny. When my videos go to YouTube, right, there's always a small chance that somebody will click on a video and it will be recommended to them not because of the game, not because of me, the streamer, but on the off chance that the topics related in it is, like, valid in some way to, like, whatever they've recently been searching for and stuff. And I'm like, I have to wonder if at least on, like, the ones where there's, like, advice and shit in there and life lessons and stuff like that, I'm like, I wonder how YouTube works out sending those out. Like, I don't know. Mind you, I don't really mind. Like, conversationally speaking, topics are all over the place. If there's not really much conversation going on, I will absolutely talk the shit out of whatever's going on in the game. And it's always sometimes nice to have like a random topic thrown in there and stuff. My god, kangaroo. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Mustn't have had much skills. Must have had the skills to do it. I saw them go up to level 8, but still. Green. Can I get you? Once you're done. No, you can't even do it. I'll let kangaroo go to bed because they were pretty slow at that. I need somebody to move that one bench, this, so that I can move it over. In the meantime, I actually have a spare chair here too, I realise. I'm kind of wondering how we ended up with so many extra chairs in here. Oh, that's right, we had the extra tables. We had the sideways tables at one point. That's another thing too, is I don't really want my people sitting in here eating, but they come in here for the TV. And I don't mind the concept of putting the TV in the, like, you know, the rooms over there and stuff like that, if that gives them like entertainment and shit. But it's supposed to realistically be in here to like entertain people when they're in bed. Realistically, I should have them like there kind of thing. But yeah, this is supposed to be a prison room, so they're supposed to have like a table and chairs and all sorts of stuff. But I find when I don't have prisoners, it's really, really useful to have like just the extra hospitals, since like they're really good quality, generally speaking anyway. But I've moved all of those over. So if I have this spare chair too... Hey, my caravan's gone. Nice. Okay, so we have got the trade caravan gone out, and we've got that caravan gone out. See, for like the purpose of getting one person, I don't know if that's worth it, but there's 11 turrets, right? Sorry, this one here. There is 11 turrets, and the option for like gain one person versus one person. I don't honestly believe that there's only one person there. I believe that there's probably more than that. There's probably like 19. They'll just pop out when we get there, kind of thing. But then there's also turrets. And it's more so the turrets that I'm more concerned about. Like the person themselves, like I haven't accepted it or whatever. If they were, like they could have a lot of experience, to be fair. But I'm not like jumping out of my seat to try to go save them. I've had a few people offered lately, and I'm a bit wary of that because like PB2Lex has been trying to kill us off. So I don't know why she'd be trying to offer us more unless she's trying to incite violence. That's all I can assume is happening, is she just wants to like murder us. But I'm going to get my turrets allowed since we have probably enough equipment to make them. I'm not saying we definitely do, but I'm going to try to get some of this made. Not those ones. Turrets down here. And those ones. Alright, so allow all of the turrets to start getting built. Now there is a problem with electricity over here. Why? They can reach and it's powered. Is it not powered enough? Hold on. My batteries are full. I'm guessing that they need their own like spurt of fucking electricity coming up here. I also wonder if they can reach that. I guess they can. Nick's coming up here to do it. It's fine. Alright, if that's the case, I don't mind putting like another spout of like steel coming out closer to them. Like that. And one like, oh, I can't quite reach there. Alright, I could probably put a water pump there. Yeah, I don't really mind the concept of like extending out extra to make sure that they work. Realistically though, I should be using the invisible ones. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine for the moment. It'd be one of those things where after I get attacked by something that I want invisible shit. Get that one out to about there. Nah, actually I should really just use the invisible ones, hey? Because I'll have to fucking replace them later, so... If there's an issue, it should be resolved by them having their own line of electricity. I think this one will do better if I put it there. I know that's kind of off where it is, but it's the only way I can get that up to where it is. And I don't know why I have a pillar here. It could be that maybe there's a roof part here. Nope. Just left over. Okay.